Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 2. Last episode we made it to Avit, the first city of the Vahnatai that we have encountered, and well, we found out various information, including various tests, which we've already been tested enough and the Council of the Vahnatai will see us, of a welcoming ritual which we completed, allowing us to speak with them. And we also learned of a, what was it? We also learned why, Avernum has been sealed up by all these barriers. Some humans stole their crystal souls, which really pissed them off. We're definitely gonna have to talk to this council when we get a chance. For now, though, we found this village of Egli. Hopefully we'll find people selling stuff in here. We were told that we might learn spells, so let's find out. And, of course, run around the outside first. Food! Glorious, glorious food. Doobie-doobie-doo. Oh, healing herbs. Anything else out here? Does not look like it. Alright. In we go. Halls of Rentar Irno. When you reach for the handle of this heavy door, a force pushes your hand back so sharply that your wrist hurts. The doors have strong magical protection. You may not be able to get in this way. Okay, not that way then. Let's try this one. Pretty simple halls. Alright, let's start over here. There's a Vahnatai sitting at the table, grinding up some lichen. He nods to you when you approach. I am called Uratem, aliens. Welcome to my shop. I sell potions. What are you making? He indicates shelves heavily laden with vials, pouches, and bowls of viscous sludge. I create potions and other magical substances for my fellow mages. If you have any valuables, I can identify and purchase them as well. Supplies have been short since the awakening, and there is demand for alien artifacts. Gladly. We need things identified. Chill charm. I think that would be useful, and... Really? That's the only thing we have that needs to be identified? Huh. Yes, he looks at your inventory with a practiced eye, but for a small kindness of 10 coins. What are your fellow mages working on? We mages of Egli work hard to rebuild our lands after the resting, and to defend our kind from our enemies. Who are your enemies? Right now, those who stole our ancestors are our enemies, and when they are found, vengeance will be unavoidable. Can I purchase... Oratem continues to chop and grind herbs. Some of them are familiar to you. Some of them aren't. I purchase some of your potions. Oh, and we can sell stuff to him. Yes, yes, yes. Wave blades do 2 to 24, and that's 4 to 22. You know what? I'll stick with the ones we've got. Actually, what does the chill charm do? Provides magical protection from fire. We will hold on to that. But everything else, let's see. Gold ring, wave blade, blessed dagger, wave blade, wave blade, wave blade. Nice fur, fine crystal, keep that. Silver ring, ceremonial dagger, wave blade, amber, fine crystal, wave blade. And I think we could sell one of these two. Sell that wand of bolts, sell that scroll of fire, and I think that's good. Yeah, I think that works. Actually, we could use some... you know what? Let's save our coins. We might need it. Right, as for this, chill charm... Actually, we could do with selling that. We need all the coins we can get. Alright. Oh, here's something. This is a short Vahnatai male. He is walking around while reading a scroll. Even though he doesn't seem aware of his surroundings, he deftly steps around chairs and away from walls. When you get close, he looks up at you. Welcome, humans. I am Seno. Greetings. What might your job be here? I am an instructor here. I teach the magical arts to visitors. What do you teach? I instruct visitors in the powerful Vahnatai magical arts. In return, we of Egli request a donation to continue our services. Let me know if you wish to purchase skills. By the way, I use the spells I can teach you. You will need a soul crystal. A soul crystal? What is that? Do not confuse a soul crystal with a crystal soul. A crystal soul is a valued Vahnatai soul, made into physical form to guide us after death. A soul crystal is a crystal magically altered to accept and store the vibrations and energies of life. It is possible to take part of the life force of another creature and store it in a soul crystal. It does not hurt the being touched in this way, and the life energy can then be studied. The spell, if I remember this right, basically enables you to look at a creature, go, that's powerful, I want it, and be able to collect a copy of that and summon that copy of that creature whenever you want. I'm not sure how powerful this spell is, though. And where would I get a soul crystal? Go speak with Lith. He is Egli's crystal smith. Wait, I thought you Vahnatai hated us. Why will you teach us? It is not an issue with controversy. Some of us hate you. Some of us don't. I am of the camp that believes you are not part of the aliens that defiled our lands. Because of this, I will aid you. Perhaps you can help us recover our lost crystal souls. How developed is your magic? We Vahnatai haven't the physical strength of your people, but our magical skills are greatly advanced. Would you teach us some of your magic? Capture soul and simulacrum. Press one of the info buttons. Let's see. Capture soul and simulacrum. Mage spells of 9. We are mage spells 10. Which is yet we can cast a lot. Jeez. But I think we should save for now. Maybe for another time. These two powerful spells, however, are within your grasp. To cast them, you will need to locate a soul crystal. What sort of... Seno seems eager to return to his scroll, but he is also interested in talking to aliens. He watches you curiously, waiting to see what else you have to say. What sort of scroll is that? He shows it to you. It is from Avernum. It looks like a work of fiction, a very bawdy work of fiction. I am trying to learn about the humans. The scroll interests me. It seems to be describing a very complicated magical ritual. Not quite. Explain exactly what the scroll is about. You see, there was this strange fire lizard that was summoned by someone, and he decided to use it in order to please himself in a way. He was very strange. You really shouldn't be reading this. Maybe it's your imagination or a trick of the light, but you would swear that Seno turns pale. See, humans are very interesting. Have a nice day. We'll leave you to that. Elaborate formulae have been painted onto the wall here, using some thick, glowing fluorescent powder. Must be a Vahnatai chalkboard. I suppose that makes sense. Yes, you might want to take that scroll you took and, burn it with fire. No, fire was used in the story. Just toss it in the river. Don't bother with the scroll tube, just throw it in the river. The water will cause the ink to run. Everyone will forget that it ever existed. Just don't bother. Moving on. A couple rooms. Fair enough. More rooms. The box contains some Vahnatai personal effects. The creatures live Spartan lifestyles. There are a few robes and some minor possessions. Nothing valuable. Oh, there's a curing potion. Can take that. What else is in here? Oh, we can rest if we need it. Oh, we don't. Nothing in there. And a couple coins. And a regular crystal. I find it interesting how the Vahnatai use the same coinage system we do. Well, Well, Avernum does, anyway. An aged Vahnatai is sitting here, polishing an intricately carved piece of smoky quartz. He wears a silver neckband. His skin is a very dull, dusty gray with many flecks of black. I am of Irno, the leader of this settlement. I welcome you to Egli. Can you help me? I am Irno. I am the Irno here, the speaker of Egli. Bon Irno has spoken to me, saying we are to offer you help and information. Please, can you explain what an Irno is exactly? An Irno is a leader of mages, a Vahnatai skilled in the magical arts, who speaks for the others of our kind. I am in charge of this place of learning. I am honored to meet you, sir. I could use any information you might have. Bon Irno thinks you are beings of honor, and though I am filled with anger at your kind, I am filled more with respect for Bon's judgment. We can offer you knowledge of our magical ways and help with understanding us. However, I cannot guarantee Rentar Irno will help you, I am afraid. I'd like to learn some Vahnatai magic. Sinlo has agreed to teach you a small amount of our magic, both out of a desire to share and so you can grasp some of our power. Be sure to speak with Leith. He can tell you of the importance of crystals to us. Who is Rentar Irno? He shakes his head. Rentar is the greatest of the Irnos awake. She created the barriers in your land, and she has no love of humans at this point. She has agreed not to harm you, but I don't think she will give you much aid. We would like to speak with Rentar Irno. Oth Irno pauses and thinks. She has asked me not to help you speak with her, and I have agreed. But if you asked others here, they might be able to tell you how to reach her. I am not the only one who knows. Oth Irno looks up at you, watching you closely, his hand still moving automatically over the crystal. Are you alright? You have some black specks on your skin. It comes to all of our kind with age. Does not the skin of your kind change with age? Ah, I see. So the black specks are like wrinkles for humans. We are in need of rest. Is there anywhere here we can sleep? Yes, one of the sleeping chambers at the south end of Egli is unused. You may rest there if you wish. Thank you. And we're not getting in there. Unless... Nope. Oh wait, 66%? Does that mean there's a chance? Ah, interesting. And there's nothing in here of use, so that was absolutely completely pointless. Okay, let me take a look at these two. Maybe they'll help. Okay, he won't. What about you? He won't either. Okay. Moving on. It's another resting location. Another resting location. Another resting location. Okay. Ooh, it is a big area. Ah, food hall. The Vahnatai approaches you. Welcome, humans! I heard of your arrival. I am Clodeka. He wears the typical glowing robe and scant clothing underneath and carries a double armload of scrolls. What sort of research are you engaged in? Nothing of great import. I am still only an apprentice here. He indicates the scrolls. What are you studying then? I'm a no apprentice, not a crystal to my name. For now, I spend my time on these herb catalogs. He looks at the scrolls with distaste. What are the crystals used for? We Vahnatai perform most of our magic through crystals, which we store power in and draw power from. The more powerful we are, the more crystals we gain, and vice versa. I'm interested in the herb catalog. What sorts of herbs are here? He emits a Vahnatai sigh, a long, painful hiss of air from between clenched teeth. In the storerooms here we have samples of every herb, lichen, mold, moss, mushroom, and other plant ever found in these caves, powerful or not, rare or not. I keep track of what is where and how fresh. It is both time-consuming and worthless. Looking for anything? We could use things for making potions. Oh, as much as I want to help you, I can't give you any of that. We're having troubles reclaiming our land from the Hydras and Chitrax after arresting. We need the potions for our warriors. Apologies. How long will your apprenticeship last? I am progressing quickly. My teachers are happy with my skills, so my learning will probably only take 20 years or so. Okay then. Clodeka's skin is very smooth and has a shiny, almost waxy sheen. Possibly that means he is younger. He seems to be having trouble carrying the scrolls. What are those scrolls? He shows you one. It is a list of different sorts of fungi with notes about descriptions and magical properties. Bestiaries, biological notes, and so on. Knowing of the flora and fauna of these caves is a matter of great import to us. We really need to see Rentar Irno. Can you help us? Most definitely not. Rentar Irno has instructed all mages here to keep you from seeing her. No mage will help you. You notice that she is stressing the word mage. This Vahnatai is carrying a large bowl of pungent gray liquid. He bows. A little of the fluid in the bowl spills over onto the floor. He pushes his robe into the fluid with his foot to mop it up. I'm Krian, he finally says. Is that food you are having? He looks at you with irritation. Yes, I am the cook and custodian for Egli at the moment. It is difficult to manage all this by myself, but I have already spent too much time trying to get the mages to wake someone to help me. Oh, I see. May I taste your soup? He offers the bowl. Here, taste some of the broth. You do. It's vile and nasty. He notes your reaction. It doesn't taste very good. Trust me, it tastes no better to us than you. The mages woke many warriors and the like, but very few people to simply keep things functioning. Yeah, they probably should have thought better about that. Then again, I do understand it a bit. I mean, they do need those kinds of people in order to take care of all the shit wrecks and the like. I mean, if you have nothing but civilians, when the beasts come a-knockin', who's gonna keep them alive? But at the same time, if all you have is warriors, who's gonna keep them fed? And who's gonna keep the buildings from falling down? It's a delicate balance. Krians tries to keep it still, but he keeps accidentally spilling little splashes of the gray fluid. His bright robes are speckled with tiny bits of food. Why haven't they already awoken an assistant for you? Many of us are still in the resting, sleeping in their crystals. Waking them all and rebuilding our cities are enormous jobs. The most important of the people get woken first, but some not so important ones need to be woken too, yes? Yeah, they do. You seem to be having some problems. I am filled with fatigue, that is why I am speeding. I have many jobs to do and the mages are too high up and busy to help me. Too much cooking and working. By the way, we'd like to meet Rentar Irno, but we don't know how to reach her. Can you help us? Why, yes. Most Vahnatai here don't know this, but there is a concealed door in the back of one of the small meditation cells. They're in the middle of Egli. Go through that door and you will be able to get to her chambers. Thank you. Thank you very much. We will definitely be keeping that in mind. And that's probably how we're going to visit her. What else is here? Crystal workroom. The Vahnatai are obsessed with crystals. They surround themselves with them, work magic with them, and collect and work with them constantly. This is an elaborate workshop used to take raw quartz and process it. Crystal made and shaped here is used for magical crystals and for coffins for sick and dying Vahnatai to hibernate in. There are piles of quartz and racks of tools everywhere, and stone dust stings your nostrils. Ah, I know what we'll learn about here. This Vahnatai's robes are covered with quartz dust and pulled in at the waist by his tool belt. He is currently buffing down a sheet of blue translucent stone. He nods when you enter. I am Leith. Welcome to my workshop. It looks like hard work. I am a crystal smith. It is hard, but necessary and honored work. He holds up the blue stone to the light, apparently to inspect his work. What is the blue stone for? He looks at the sheet with pride. This will one day be part of a cabinet in which aging or ill Vahnatai are frozen. Similar cabinets now hold most of our tribe, but not for long. He smiles. Some call them coffins as a joke, but they are as much the opposite as they can be. Yeah, I see that, but... well, they are kind of... yeah. What does a crystal smith make? I create soul crystals and crystal souls, the core of the Vahnatai magic. I'm confused. What is the difference between a soul crystal and a crystal soul, aside from the order of words and the capitalization of the latter? There is a big difference. Crystal souls are the physical manifestation of our spirits. They are what was stolen. Soul crystals are what we store life energies in. To ever perform any of our special magics, you will need one. One called Abra said he would give you one, but he had to leave. Maybe you should find him. Where can I find Abra? He had to go to the east to reawaken more Vahnatai. Difficult but rewarding work. You might explore the caves there. So that's where we'll find the soul crystal that we'll need in order to cast their spells. It's a good thing we didn't get the spells then, because we wouldn't be able to cast them. Lith sets his work aside to talk to you. The dust in the air is making your eyes water. Your kind does most of its magic with crystal and stone, correct? That is so. We are a practical people. We work with things that are close to hand. There is nothing more common here than stone. Do you ever work magic with anything else? I am glad that you asked that. I have heard that in your lands, certain drakes are born with a black fang, shiny, like onyx or a similar stone. I would gladly reward you well if you could recover one of those for me. Gladly. We'll keep it in mind. Do you have any magical crystals we could purchase? Hey, what do you know? Unshackling, recall, piercing, and stone shatter. Stone shatter. Ah, let me guess. That one, unshackling, will cure us of any mental effects. Recall. I don't know what a recall crystal does. Might take us back to somewhere? Piercing, I know. That'll go through, that'll dispel, barriers. And stone shatter probably knocks down walls. Okay. We don't need to buy any right now, though. Another one of those. Another one of those. Another one of those. Pick the lock. That one we can open. As can that. And there's someone in here. There's a Vahnatai woman sitting cross-legged on her bed, staring deeply into a large glowing crystal. Things are unusually warm around her. Hi! Motes of light float from her into the crystal. Other smaller motes float back. She ignores you. You start to speak to her, but note her furious concentration and stop. Interrupting magical rituals is a dangerous business. Yeah, Gary needs to get improvement. Come on, you can unlock that. There you go. There's a barrier here, and we can't get through it. Okay, fine. Can we get in here at all? Not unless it's from outside, it looks like. And we can't pick that lock. We need to find a training hall somewhere. The cabinet contains scrolls. Most are blank, while some form a record of recent goings-on in the Vahnatai community. Most aren't useful, but one mentions Rentar Earno. She's holed up like a vole in northwest Egli. I still can't find the second way in. Well, we do know the way in. Ah, and there it is, and there's barriers. Okay, then. Well, let's go through. Ow, 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 ow. Well, we found the second way in. Bar of iron, plate, bowl and spoon, fine first aid kit, crystal, papyrus sheet, razor disc, crystal, ooh, herbs. Let's see, mushrooms, and a flagon. Oh. Behind one of the crates, you find a crude box made of sheets of carelessly cut quartz. There's a pair of gloves in it. And we got gloves. What kind? Nimble gloves! That is going to Gary, because it improves his lockpicking chance. Why would it not? Okay. Huh. Interesting. There's a small demonic creature scuttling underfoot. It smells of sulfur and bad cheese. You ask its name. It displays a crude hand gesture in return. What are you running around for? I run errands, and you better watch it. Watch for what? Or Rentar Dumbo will turn you to slugs. Ha! What sort of errands have you done? It expels gas in your direction. The demon looks up at you and laughs, an irritating high-pitched barking noise. Watch your manners, little creature, or we will teach you a lesson. It responds with a series of different hand gestures, each more elaborate, evocative, and insulting than the last. Okay. And we're not going to go out that way. The cabinet is filled with scrolls. You browse through them. The records of the goings-on in Egli, along with lists of Vahnatai mages, both awake and still hibernating. The Vahnatai are a very magical race. They have a lot of wizards. Wonder what's in there. Oh well. Rentar Irno isn't here. This Vahnatai lady wears robes of incredible radiance and richness, and she bears herself with utter confidence. She seems extremely irritated that you have disturbed her. I am called Rentar Irno, alien. Why have you disturbed me? What are your responsibilities here in Egli? Her mouth crooks in a half-smile. I am a mage. Nothing more, nothing less. To learn more than that from me, you will have to do a great service for the Vahnatai people. Prove yourselves before you return to me. What sort of magic do you specialize in? My modest skills enabled me to create the barriers in your land. My minor knowledge is helping me find ways to bring tons of rock down on the homes and cities, husbands, wives, and children of those who dare to steal our crystal souls. I am a mage, humans, and I have little else to say to you. Do a great service for us, and I may help you more. Until then, I will stay here and plan our vengeance. How can you stand there and plan the deaths of thousands of innocent human beings? You are wasting my time, aliens. Go! She waves a hand, and you find yourself somewhere else. Okay! I still want to take a look around in there, just to see what's in there. Though it's probably going to hurt a bit more when we do. Ah! And it's just a couple crystals. Okay, I'm just going to take another look in there. Ow, 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 ow. I just want to take a look at what else is back here. You find a small crystal case, like the Vahnatai usually use for storing personal effects. This particular box has a lot of small markings on it. You don't understand them. Leave it be! It's probably dangerous. And that is a Hydra. A Hydra that is now dead. And drop some food. I guess there are sample creatures in here. God only knows what's in that one. Oh no, it's not hostile. You try to open the case, only to realize that it doesn't have any handles. You try to pry the door open, but it refuses to budge. It's like a solid block of stone. Eventually thwarted, you leave the case alone. Heaven only knows what's in this one. The entrance to this cell is a narrow, sharply twisted corridor. It's very warm, and there is a strong, highly pungent smell you can't identify. Let's stay out of there. Maybe we'll check it out later. Okay, and the only other thing to look at... Ah! Fire Blast. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Alright, the only other thing to do here is... I think we can quickly get a healing by resting in here. And now we can leave. Return. Alright. That done, before we take a look at the city that we were told about, I want to take a look at these other caves that are down here, of which there are 3. These must be the 3, whatever they are. The testing caves we were told about. So these 3 are going to be interesting. I think it was power, speed, and I forget what the third one was. We'll check them out in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44, that is Rex, Gary, Talia, and Leah. This has been an Avernum 2 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.